Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by Nathan Guinn of Vero Beach High School. How's it going?
Good.
So I know that there's only a couple more weeks left in the regular season. How excited are you guys?
We're excited. We're very excited. Excited for the playoffs. We've got a very good defense, very explosive offense. So we're excited to see how far we can go. Hopefully the states.
Yeah, it should be fun. What is, for people that don't know, I mean, obviously I've talked to high school athletes all across the country. What is high school football like in Florida for people, for the average person that may
not? Very competitive. There's a lot of speed on the field. There's a lot of freaking natures on the field. I mean, there's a lot of talent here. So going up against them makes you a lot of it tests you. You're gonna get tested week to week. So
you're a tight end.
Yes, sir.
What is that like? I mean, what's it like being a tight
end? It's very physical. It's a very physical position. From going down and blocking defensive ends to catching a ball in front of the linebackers and having to spin off of them. But it has its glory moments, and it has moments where people are gonna need to really rely on you. So that's good.
Yeah. Going into these next few games, kind of talking about like how do you mentally prepare for a
game? I usually try to get my focus in, but I like to have fun as well. I like to, I'll joke around with a few guys or sit and talk with a few people, but I usually try to lock in, just focus, put headphones in.
Yeah. When you do that, what's like one of the biggest things that you think about before a
game? For me, I just, I run plays in my head, like I'll run and they're all like, I wouldn't say like plays that could happen. Like, if the ball's in the air on 3rd and 10, I want to focus in on that ball. So I try to run that through my head and just imagine myself jumping up, getting the ball, coming down with it, getting a few extra yards or whatever it is. So.
I know that also your future is kind of, I know you made a decision on that. Of course, you're heading up to Champaign in Illinois, literally in a few months. Of course, you're enrolling early. I know that you want to have, I know you got some unfinished business here in high school, but what's it like to, I know you're also looking forward as well.
Yeah, I am looking forward a lot. My goal is to just always get better, build on what I've always built on. So I feel like in college, I'll have a bigger opportunity to build on as I near the end of my senior season. It'll just be almost like a refresh to my freshman year in college. And I'll have, I want to be a 3-year guy, but it might be a 5-year guy that just, makes himself better every day.
What's the biggest thing that you've gotten better at this year?
I would say my blocking. My blocking. I feel like that's what I've gotten better on.
Okay. What's it like, being a tight end? It's like it's kind of an offense position, and might as well as a defensive position as well, because you're also blocking the other team. How do you balance that?
Well, last year I played defensive end, and I just actually switched to tight end this year. So knowing in the back of my mind what I would do at defense kind of helps me at tight end, knowing what I'm going to do on offense. Because, before I play, I can think, okay, well, if I was this guy, I would step here. So I'm going to make a quick lateral step or a quick step to get in front of him to just prepare myself for that play to happen.
For sure. You got to have what is the relationship like between you and your quarterback as well?
It's good. We don't really get a lot of opportunities to throw to the tight end in my offense. We got some big time players on offense. So, we like to use the tight ends more as blocking, more as, blocking for the guys. But me and him, when we do have an opportunity, I think me and him have a pretty good connection. We're pretty good.
What are you gonna kind of remember most about when it's all over? What are you gonna miss about high school football?
I don't think I can answer that question, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause
Not done yet.
Yeah, and I got to see what college brings.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where I'll put that.
Okay. And just finally, what is one thing you want to get better at for this week's game?
Probably my reliability on catching. I had a few drops during the season that really kind of stay in the back of my mind because I don't like dropping the ball too much. So I'd like to be more reliable on that. But
okay. Well, I think that's all I got for you, bud. Thanks for taking some time to talk, and we'll talk to you soon.
sure. Thank you for having me on.